Hello friends, in this session I am going to take up for discussion yet another important motion in Parliament popular in the name of censor motion. And on this topic they have asked questions in the prelim as well as in the main exam. So now we are all set to start the discussion on censor motion. First thing you should remember that this word censor in English means reprimand. What is the meaning of this word censor? What is the meaning? Reprimand. Reprimand. What is the meaning of this word reprimand or censor? To tell someone that he or she has done wrong. Right? To tell someone with in official capacity that you have committed a wrong is what is the meaning of reprimand, and this is what is the meaning of word censor. So what is censure motion? This is a motion which can be brought in Lok Sabha by any member of opposition against government, against any specific policy, program, initiative or conduct of government. So you should remember censor motion can be brought, it can be brought in Lok Sabha. Okay, censor motion can be brought in Lok Sabha and it can be brought against government, can be brought against government. What is the meaning of government? Council of Ministers. And it can be brought by any member from opposition parties. Okay, if a member from ruling party or treasury bench is becoming rebellious, then he can also bring, but normally it is brought by a member from opposition party against the Council of Minister, that is government, in Lok Sabha. And when it is brought, when the member is disapproving, it is basically a disapproval by the member of, it is disapproval of any specific policy, decision, program, initiative, right, of government, or even conduct of any minister. So if a member wants to disapprove in the House any specific policy of government, any specific decision taken by the government, any specific program, any specific scheme, any specific initiative, any specific conduct of any particular minister, then what instrument or tool the member has in Lok Sabha? To bring censor motion. So you should remember, when is this motion brought? When a member feels, when the member wants to disapprove any specific policy, decision, program, initiative or conduct of government of, conduct of any minister, then the individual member can bring the censor motion against the Council of Minister in the Lok Sabha. And this censor motion, if is accepted by the speaker, if accepted by the speaker, okay, if accepted by the speaker, then debate or the discussion in the House will be under Rule 184 of Lok Sabha. So, I have already told you that there is a rule book for the two houses of parliament, rule of procedure and conduct of business. Now, under Rule 184 of rules of procedure and conduct of business, what is the provision? There will be discussion and there will be voting towards the end of the discussion. So, voting is mandatory under Rule 184. So, if a Speaker of the Lok Sabha will accept the censure motion, then the debate on the motion in the House will be under Rule 184 of Lok Sabha, meaning there will be discussion and discussion will be followed by the voting. Towards the end of discussion, there is mandatory provision of voting. And the most interesting thing about censure motion, if censure motion is passed, if it is defeated, no problem. If censure motion is passed, then what is the meaning? The majority enjoyed by Council of Ministers in the Lok Sabha is doubtful, and therefore Council of Ministers is obligated to immediately seek the confidence of the House. The next thing what Council of Ministers should do, should prove its majority on the floor of the Lok Sabha, otherwise should resign. Very, very important. If censure motion is passed by the House, it is logical for anybody to conclude that the Council of Ministers enjoying majority in Lok Sabha is now doubtful. So, what is expected from the Council of Ministers? That Council of Ministers must seek the confidence of the House with immediate effect, otherwise it should resign. So, you should remember that COM, Council of Ministers, is bound to seek the confidence, of Lok Sabha, or second option is they should resign. This is what is the impact of censure motion being passed by the Lok Sabha. So, normally it is, the show of strength whenever such motion is accepted by the Speaker, the party in power and the Council of Ministers will try their level best to ensure that the motion is not getting passed. So, this is what you should remember. Now, from exam point of view, two very important things. There are two things. If those things happened in the Lok Sabha, it is concluded that censure motion got passed against the Council of Ministers. So, in two situations, it is deemed that censure motion got passed against the Council of Ministers. And which are those two things? Number one, motion of thanks towards President if he is defeated in Lok Sabha. If he is defeated in Lok Sabha. I hope you all know by now that whenever the President of India will come and address the joint sitting of the two houses of parliament, each house separately will pass a motion of thanks towards the President of India, in which they will say, "Thank you, Mr. President, for coming and addressing us." Now, if this motion of thanks, if is defeated in the Lok Sabha, it amounts to censure motion passed by Lok Sabha against government. So, Council of Ministers is duty bound to ensure that motion of thanks towards President is getting passed from the Lok Sabha. So, this is one situation. Another situation in Lok Sabha where we reach to this conclusion that censure motion got passed against the Council of Ministers if money bill is defeated in Lok Sabha, if money bill is defeated in Lok Sabha, so you know well that in the passage of money bill, Lok Sabha has the overwhelming say and practically Rajya Sabha has no say. And if money bill is defeated in the Lok Sabha, it is logical for everyone to conclude that Council of Ministers is not enjoying majority in the Lok Sabha. So this is also a situation when it is concluded that censure motion got passed against the Council of Ministers. And what is that situation? If money bill is defeated in the Lok Sabha. So this is all about censure motion.